Do you feel that someone is watching over you as you spend time on the internet? Or, in other words, do you feel that someone sitting somewhere can actually see or know what you are doing on the internet, on your phone or your laptop on an everyday basis? If yes, this video is for you. So I was looking for chocolate cake recipes this morning. I watched about 3 to 4 shorts on YouTube, and I realized that by the afternoon I was recommended with a diverse range of videos all about chocolate cake recipes of different kinds. Now, most of us by now know that this is all about algorithms. So, based on my search history or based on my watch history, I was recommended with the kind of content that is likely to match my interest. So, if you're looking for cinema or sports or cartoons on YouTube or other digital media platforms, you are likely to be recommended with the content of similar kind. There is, of course, an obvious advantage to it because by putting in minimum effort, we can actually yield a lot of relevant and useful results for ourselves. So, when I was looking for the chocolate cake recipes, I just used three simple keywords: chocolate cake and recipes on YouTube, and I got recommended with a huge range of chocolate cake recipes of different kinds. So with oven, without oven, with sugar, without sugar, flavors of different kinds, etc., etc. I did not even have to hunt down for a particular kind of chocolate cake, and I got an enormous amount of information and result. But let us now look at the risks or dangers associated with it. One, we are giving out our private information or details about ourselves on public digital platforms. And in the process, we are creating a system where there can be an easy surveillance on us or our activities as common citizens or as common people. And two, in the process, what is happening is that our social behavior or our behavior on digital platforms is actually being shaped, influenced, or even controlled by someone else. So, coming back to the first point about surveillance, the English philosopher Jeremy Bentham talked about the concept of panopticon. He explained a circular layout of a prison cell, and right in the middle there is a high-rise watchtower, and on the top there sits a security guard, and because they are located in such a manner, they can actually keep an eye on the prison cells or the inmates. On the other hand, the prisoners or the prison cells, because they are located in a circular manner, they actually cannot see the security guard and they can never know that the guard actually keeps an eye on them. This concept was further developed by the French philosopher Michel Foucault to explain how surveillance works in modern societies. We can also use this concept to understand how algorithm works in a way that creates a convenient system of surveillance on common citizens. So if I'm looking for the best Italian restaurant in my town, or if I'm looking for a particular dress on any of the online shopping platforms, or if I'm following the Twitter handle of a particular political party and not following the handle of some another party, all of this actually becomes data on digital platforms, and we do not know how that data will be used by whom, when, and in what context, and we can certainly never be sure about the consequences that it can have on us. And that is how the information that we provide about ourselves on digital platforms can actually be used as data to trace us. Secondly, because we now know that our activities on digital platforms are traceable, they are not hidden or anonymous. Therefore, people tend to resort to different kinds of tactics. For example, going on the incognito mode and viewing different kinds of content on YouTube, or creating a fake profile on social media, or refraining from expressing their political opinions on digital platforms, or trying to project oneself in a different kind of manner. So, for example, giving out false information about myself just to show that I am this kind of a person and these are the things that interest me, and that is not necessarily true. So we adopt different kinds of techniques to try to save ourselves or try to create an image about ourselves on digital platforms. And that is how our social behavior or our activities on digital platforms is actually being shaped or controlled or influenced by others. So algorithms is not just about technology, it is actually about a huge power play. Those who are the owners of different digital platforms are actually exercising a kind of power and exerting a kind of pressure on us who are the users or consumers of such digital platforms by collecting and storing our personal information and personal details. They are not only creating a system of surveillance on us, but also they are shaping and influencing our social behavior. Do share your experiences with algorithms in the comment section.